Check out all these fish, guys. All smoked. They have barracuda. Don't remember what the name of this one is, but it's interesting how they formed it to smoke. So the deal is we have to find a different way to Monrovia because the military has blocked the city. I think because of political reasons. So we're finding a detour so we can pass, at least to get closer, so we can ask them if we can go. You know, we're tourists and everything. Hopefully they'll let us in. This is Providence Island, guys, where the first slaves came and they reestablished the colony of Liberia back in the day. And this is the view of the city. I mean, just as trashy as the interior, guys, man. Can't believe it. Beautiful though, quite clean. I was not expecting it to be this clean. Yeah, you have a couple of bottles here and there, but the waves, man, the waves. We actually had to get out because this portion right here you cannot pass. Man, it's tough. Do it. Man. But first, you gotta take the water out of the canoe.
You have to come here.
What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to another episode from our journey from Senegal to Liberia. Most likely the last episode, the one heading to Liberia. We're gonna cross the border. We're here in Tiwai. We're gonna cross the border in about 4 or 5 hours, but just gonna be driving. The last 2 days has been you know, a little bit tough. They've been a little bit tough. We've been on the island, no internet, you know, the conditions a little bit lower. We're in the village in one of the villages right near the Tiwai Island, one of the villages that supports Tiwai Island. There are like 11 communities from what I was told, and they support the sanctuary, the wildlife sanctuary of Tiwai. Let me show you a little bit in the village. More footage. Go to the previous episodes. You'll see a few things here from the village. You'll see a few things from Tiwai, our wild boat ride on Moa River. Moa River is the one that surrounds and forms Tiwai Island. These are the huts. These are the houses of the people here that live in Kambama. We had a little cultural dance. We had a boat ride, we did a jungle walk. So if you are interested to see more, definitely head over to the previous one. Or if you want to see more from our journey, Senegal to Liberia, guys, overlanding here in Africa, definitely head over. There are a whole bunch of episodes. But yeah, right now we're just loading our luggage, and in about 1 hour or so, everything's gonna be dirt road from here. But in about 1 hour, we're gonna reach the main road, and then in about another hour, crossing the border to Liberia. Let me show you the multitude of bird nests. When we first arrived here, we parked the car right there, and 2 nests fell on our car. Man, look at that. Insane. We have seen something similar in Senegal at Fatala at the Lion Walk. But man, there were not that many birds there. Whole bunch of nests, but not that many birds. But yeah, guys, it's been a tough journey. I can definitely feel the tiredness. You know, especially sleeping without AC, sleeping in very hot conditions. When we left Romania, it was snowing 0 degrees. When we got here, almost 40. So every single day of that, no rain whatsoever, lots of dust, especially in Guinea-Bissau and Guinea. So yeah, it's one of those things that it's not for everyone. It's definitely not for everyone. And like I mentioned previously, this is an endurance trip. This is a timing, a logistics trip. Yeah, I'm still waking up slowly. Did have 2 teas and 1 coffee, so yeah. And all of us have a little bit of a throat infection, most likely from the AC. The filters in the cars are not changed that often, so the problem is bacteria accumulates. So, you know, having the AC every single day in the car, stepping out in the heat, going back in the car, and so on, it's gonna be quite tough. But let me show you a few more things here in the village. Yeah, some of them live in simple huts, some of them live in more, let's say, upgraded huts made out of mud bricks. Yeah, simple village. I think they say 500 people live here. Crossing into Liberia, not sure exactly what's happening, guys, but there's a parade on the bridge between the two borders.
Let me take you back to a time when love was as precious as diamonds, where if you search you would find it. I know that times have changed, but I don't wanna play no games, baby. I'll treat you different, show you commitment. She might be my baby, let me love you crazy, let me hold you down like gravity to the ground. Oh, be my baby. I ain't gonna be.
And almost made it to Monrovia, guys. Check this out, this market right here on the side of the road. It's been going on for more than 2 kilometers. Everyone's selling stuff in wheelbarrows. Man. So the deal is we have to find a different way to Monrovia because the military has blocked the city, I think because of political reasons. So we're finding a detour so we can pass, at least to get closer, so we can ask them if we can go. You know, we're tourists and everything. Hopefully they'll let us in. But man, check this out. This is insane. Yeah, it's probably the craziest, dirtiest capital we have seen so far. Lots of garbage everywhere.
I ain't messing around, let's fall in love. I won't let us fade away, even when we old and gray.
So we found the route in order to bypass where the demonstrations were, and here the roads are actually quite clear. But the deal is, everything is closed. Absolutely everything is closed.
Let I be it this day, let's fall in love. I won't let us fade away.
And guys, finally made it to the city of Monrovia, the first stop at the National Museum. Not many attractions in the city, guys. And as you can tell, my voice is a little bit scratchy right now. I think from the AC, like I said earlier. I can barely talk. So I'm gonna turn the camera around so I can speak better in the microphone, because I cannot yell, I cannot speak very loud right now. This is one of the main boulevards. We have a colonial church right there, the National Museum. I mean, some old colonial buildings, but not in the greatest shape. Some monuments right here. Like I mentioned previously, this is where the slaves were released and they settled back in Africa back in the 1800s when they were released from America. Monrovia takes its name from the President Monroe of the United States when they were released. So they, you know, as a commemoration, they named the city after him. Quite a few things here at the museum, but we don't have enough time to visit today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how the schedule goes, guys. Man, I don't feel like talking. I really don't feel like talking right now. But the city itself, guys, is not the greatest. I'll probably put it the lowest on the capital list when it comes to West Africa here. What I've seen so far, but we'll see. The city does have quite a few hills, as you can tell. The roads are up and down, up and down, up and down. Same here. Our car is somewhere on the left side, so yeah. We walked up, came a little bit straight, and now we're gonna go down. So just walking a little bit for like an hour or so. Man, I feel really bad right now. And we came at the Ducor Hotel, which is right behind us, but they would not allow us to go up. We had to call and no one responded to get the permission. You can get a really nice view from there of the whole city of Monrovia, where we came from. But yeah, this will do. I'm still waiting for the confirmation on WhatsApp. I texted them. Hopefully by the time we walk a little bit around here, we'll get some permission. But yeah, guys, made it to the final destination here in West Africa, but with a scratchy voice. And there's a monument right in front of the hotel. I'm still waiting for them to text me back in order to receive the permission. But let me show you a little bit of the grounds of this little park here. The city of Monrovia right there in the background. Some cannons. This is the monument. James Roberts, first president of Liberia. There are some people taking some photos here. Yeah, but not much. Besides, you know, a few colonial houses. This little monument that kind of, you know, they made it look like a little fort here. Man, it will be fun to look at this video years after with this scratchy voice. Because yeah, it doesn't even sound like me. And made it on one of the bridges, guys, where you can see the whole city of Monrovia. Well, part of it by the rivers with Providence Island. Let me turn the camera around. This is Providence Island, guys, where the first slaves came and they re-established the colony of Liberia back in the day. And this is the view of the city. I mean, just as trashy as the interior, guys, man. I can't believe it. This is by far the worst capital I have seen in Africa. Man, no words, absolutely no words. Quick update based on what I said earlier. Found out that the road was blocked because today is the military's day. So that's why they blocked the city. Everything is closed right here. Let me show you another part of the city where they have a whole bunch of stilt houses from what it looks like. Man, Monrovia, definitely was not expecting this. And we came to a little souvenir strip right here by the promenade, by the beach. They have some beautiful paintings, they have some souvenirs like some little magnets with a mask. And you know, it's a little bit better area, a little bit more clean, you know. They have some nice hotels, some nice palms. You know, people are a little bit more chill here. Yeah, it's almost sunset time, but it's so hazy, you can't see much right now. Beautiful art though, but very, very expensive. Did pay only $1 for these, so. And we made it to the beach as well, guys, so we can see the sand, the waves, and the sunset, which will not happen. Beautiful though, quite clean. I was not expecting it to be this clean. Yeah, you have a couple of bottles here and there, but the waves, man. The waves. Guys, jumping into the next day, still in Monrovia, still with a scratchy throat. Made it here to Marshall in order to try to visit the chimpanzees, the monkey island, where back in the day they used to do tests on them. I'll explain to you guys the little history, and hopefully we will be lucky enough to see them today. I'm gonna take one of these boats from the fishermen, and we're gonna go a little bit that way. There are multiple islands. Back in the day they used to do tests on hundreds of monkeys for hepatitis. They were trying to find a cure for hepatitis B. So the monkeys were infected with hepatitis B, and then they were doing a whole bunch of tests. After years and years, you know, this testing center was abandoned and the monkeys were pretty much released. And ever since then they thrive in these 6 islands, I believe, and 1 or 2 of them have the chimpanzees, from what I was told. I mean, you can probably Google more information and so on. The guys are getting the boat ready, and we're gonna see. We're gonna be lucky enough. If not, it's just another day trip out of Monrovia, because the city itself, as you have seen, does not offer that many attractions. While we wait for the fuel for the boat, a quick tour in the village here. Check out all these fish, guys. all smoked. They have barracuda. Don't remember what the name of this one is, but it's interesting how they formed it to smoke. Interesting. They have a whole bunch of cooking stuff here. Yeah, small little village. How they smoke the fish right here in these barrels, canisters. Very cool. This is one of the islands that has monkeys. We'll see how lucky we will be. Whole bunch of mangroves here as well. This is one of the feeding points, but it looks like none of them came. And here we have it. Came to Silver Beach. A lot of people say Silver Beach is really nice, which it is, you know, but completely empty, and it looks like it was left to die, let's put it that way. Trash here, but super nice sand. Very yellowish, goldish sand, but not maintained like many things here in Liberia.
And give you that red, 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 slow love.
Kind of call it a trip. We kind of call it a trip. Later this evening we're heading to the airport, so yeah, stay tuned for a few more info. Guys, that was it from Western Africa, from our long expedition from Dakar to Monrovia. I know this last episode was you know, a pile of a whole bunch of footage, but it was one of the craziest parts of the trip, you know, coming exhausted from staying in Tuwai in that heat on the island, you know, coming and seeing yeah, the trash in Monrovia. I was not expecting it. I've seen photos and so on, but I thought it was only in certain parts, but no, all throughout Providence Island, all throughout downtown. Yeah, so Monrovia, hopefully later on in the future things will improve. The people there, they're nice. I mean, I cannot say anything about the people. They're nice, but the city itself needs a lot of improvement. So yeah, without that being said, guys, I'm gonna put an end to this. 16 episodes, guys. 16 episodes. If you have not seen, if this is your first episode and you have not seen the previous 15, definitely head over on the channel. They're extraordinary. Some of them are extraordinary. The other ones are just basic, you know, life in Sierra Leone, Senegal, and so on. But it's interesting because you'll get an insight of what a road trip in Africa actually involves, what it means, the endurance, the timing, the logistics, and everything, like I mentioned in the previous episode. So definitely head over. You know, there are hours upon hours of footage there. I thought I'll do another episode, but like you have seen, I had a scratchy throat. I barely wanted to film anything. I barely wanted to talk at that point. You know, when your throat hurts, you don't feel like doing anything. So, but I said, man, I'm in Liberia. How many chances do I have in order to be in Liberia and capture some of the footage? You know, too bad we could not see more of the chimps. I guess we found out that you're not allowed to go there for whatever reason. Even though the villagers told us, yeah, you can go and all that. There was a security person that told us, hey, this is not allowed. This is still for research. So I guess the islands have been privatized. So yeah, I was not aware. I've seen a whole bunch of articles on the internet, you know, stating how to get there and so on. But yeah, when I filmed a little footage of the chimpanzee, that was when the security came as well. So yeah, they would not allow us to film more. Not sure exactly what's happening, but either way, it was a trip, guys. It was one of those experiences. Not sure. I never say never. I'm never gonna say a once in a lifetime. I'm never gonna say I'm not gonna do it again. But it's tough. You know, everyone was exhausted. I remember. I mean, this is months afterwards, guys. I just finished editing, and I realized I did not do an ending to the episode, and not do a conclusion of the whole trip, and just give you guys a little summary. Definitely head over and see it. I actually enjoyed watching some of these videos while I edit them, because it reminded me of a few things along the way about all the time that I put going from this part to this part, because we had a limited amount of time. We had a flight back from Monrovia to Casablanca through Freetown. We're a layover in Freetown, so everything was planned. You had to be there on that specific day. So yeah, if you have not subscribed to the channel,
definitely do it if you think this deserves. Share with your family, friends, whoever you might think. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, whole bunch of stuff coming. Gratitude should be the only attitude. Stay humble, and I'll see you here in a little bit. Peace out, guys.
Slow love.